I've got your energy stories for the second week of August 2023. And in the first one, the Biden administration has selected oil company Occidental Petroleum and nonprofit technology group Battelle Memorial Institute to receive the first two grants totaling $1 billion to support direct air carbon capture. Both projects are located in the Gulf of Mexico, with Occidental's in South Texas and Battelle's in southwestern Louisiana. The so-called carbon hubs are projected to pull over 2 million metric tons of CO2 out of the atmosphere annually. The two grants still being negotiated represent the first major awards from a $3.5 billion program created by the 2021 Infrastructure Act. That law designated 4 direct air capture projects, and 2 should be funded next year. The DOE will also provide almost $100 million in matching grants to 19 other direct air capture hub proposals across the U.S. Well, New England's largest energy utility, Eversource, announced that it had canceled its membership with the American Gas Association, with a spokesman saying the action, which took place in early 2022, was part of a strategic effort to, quote, prioritize decarbonization, unquote, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Eversource said it will, quote, redirect costs to more targeted associations and memberships with a focus on decarbonization to support our company-wide operations, unquote. Observers note this appears to be the first time that a major utility has departed the AGA over diverging views and agendas related to climate. Well, steel manufacturer Nucor and NextEra Energy Resources have inked an interesting deal in Kentucky. The first part is a 250 megawatt power purchase agreement from a 2-phase solar project in Henderson County, Kentucky that will eventually have a capacity up to 400 megawatts. Phase 1 is set to begin construction in fall of this year using steel for racking systems from Nucor's facility in Ghent, Kentucky. Steel from that Nucor plant will also be used for racking in another 200 megawatt NextEra project to be built elsewhere in the state. Tesla Inc. and Energy Hub, a distributed energy management systems DERMS provider, have joined forces to enable Energy Hub's Connected Solutions program enrollment via the Tesla app. This will be available to National Grid, Rhode Island Energy, Eversource, and Cape Light Compact customers with on-premise Tesla Powerwall batteries in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. The Connected Solutions program ties disparate batteries together, creating virtual power plants that can be used to cut peak demand or provide other grid services such as ancillary services, frequency regulation, and the like. Participating Powerwall owners can earn up to $1,500 per year depending upon the size of the battery and where they're located. For participating from June to September, batteries will be tapped no more than 60 times per year for a maximum of 3 hours in any event. Some companies can afford to move fast and break things, especially in software. That's not always so for companies dealing with hard assets subject to incredible physical stresses, like huge wind turbines, for example. And Siemens moved too fast and broke some big turbines, and as a consequence, they're eating a $2.4 billion write-down, with CEO Christian Bruch admitting, quote, I think we have too fast rolled out platforms into the market, unquote. They intend to slow their rollout of new products in order to address quality issues and better deal with a healthy $7.5 billion of orders in the wind business this quarter. And finally, while the offshore wind industry has seen some technological challenges and some projects recently abandoned owing to poor economics, the sector's by no means moribund. Offshore developers recently proposed 4 new projects off the coast of New Jersey last week. 2 are so far out to sea at 37 and 40 miles as to be fully invisible from land. 2 others would be closer to shore from 10 to 20 miles out. Whoever builds these turbines for this environment had better slow their roll indeed. These are big investments and big gambles, and failure and replacements could be cripplingly expensive. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.